Shut up and sit down.
Hey guys, a little bit of fault finding. So we've got a KTM RC125 on the bench. It's in a little bit of a sorry state. You know who you are. At first I'll show you what the problem is. You can have a mull over what you think it could be. So yeah, we're in neutral. So it's turning over, but it's not firing. Let's think about what's the possible causes for it to not run. Okay, well, we know we can't start the bike with your kill switch off. Okay, so we're going to check the kill switch, make sure that's on, make sure you can hear the fuel pump when you turn the ignition on. Can hear that fine. So we're getting fuel. Air, we've got air as long as it's getting in through your air filter somewhere. Then we need a spark. It's not firing, so that's what we're missing. We're missing the spark. So what's going to stop that firing? Well, it could be, like I said, the kill switch, side stand switch. Now the side stand, when we put it down, it shows that the side stand's down, shows that on the dashboard. Also shows an error next to it. Now I believe that's not stopping it from starting. Why aren't we getting a spark? So we're going to check that the spark plug's working fine. Now I already know we're getting a spark from the HT lead, because when I took the HT lead off, crank the bike over and that sparks away on the engine casing. So we need to get the spark plug out, we need to put that in the HT lead, we need to see if we're getting a spark from that by shorting it to the engine. So we'll clean that up a little bit first. Okay, so what we need is a feeler gauge. Now the particular gap for this type of spark plug on this bike is 1 mil. Okay, so your feeler gauges are all different sizes. I've picked out the two that will give us 1 millimeter. What we're looking for is a little bit of drag between the electrode. That was way too big. That we've got quite a big gap there, so we need to close that up a little bit and try again. Now they're only soft, there we go, it's only soft metal, so we're just looking for a nice little, just a slight bit of pinching, and we've got pretty much a mil. Okay, so all being well, with the spark plug having a clean up, we'll pop it back on the HT lead and see if we get a spark. Right guys, we've cleaned up the spark plug, we've put it back into the HT lead, and we know we're getting a spark. So we turn the bike over while the spark plug's out, and you can see the physical spark. So we've cleaned that up. I've just put it back into the bike, reconnected the plug cap up, the HT lead up, and now it's the moment of truth. So ignition on. go, happy days. Okay, so as far as fault finding goes, a couple of things that we checked first. We had to look at why it wasn't firing, so we cleaned the side stand switch up, made sure that wasn't causing it to not fire. Everything was good with the side stand switch. I followed the HT lead back to the coil pack, just make sure there was no corrosion there. We were getting power from, or we were getting a current from the HT lead. So the next possible stage was the spark plug. Thankfully that's where it stopped for us. We've cleaned the spark plug up, we've ordered a new one, but we've cleaned the spark plug up, we've put it back into the engine, connected it back up, and it runs. I've got a sneaky feeling that the reason the plug was fouling up is it's got an aftermarket exhaust on it. It's really important that when you do change your exhaust, you change the map on your bike so it runs efficiently with that exhaust. But problem solved.